As I'm sure you're aware by now, there was a shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania this evening. The shooter was aiming for Donald Trump, but thankfully, Trump wasn't critically injured. His ear was pierced by a bullet, but that is the extent of his injuries. However, unfortunately, there was a member of the crowd who was killed and a couple who were critically injured. Those two are still receiving medical care. Hopefully, they pull through. But I just wanted to start this off by saying, it's an incredibly tragic event, incredibly sad, and I hope that everybody affected makes a speedy recovery and everybody just recovers from the incredibly tragic event today. So I just wanted to start by saying that. But given the significance of the news, President Biden addressed the nation. He spoke at the podium in front of the media and gave his statement on the matter. And I just wanted to show you President Biden's full statement. It's just around 2 minutes, but I think it's really, really worth a watch. So I'm going to play it. We'll talk about it a little bit. But here's President Biden's statement after the shooting.
Thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to him shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that there's thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay?
Mr. President, do you think there was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Yeah, very presidential. And I'm incredibly thankful that President Biden quickly came out and addressed the situation, saying, I reached out to Donald Trump, but couldn't get him because he's with his doctors. But aside from all of that, I wish him well. And of course, condemning the political violence. That is absolutely the right position to take. I'm thankful for President Biden saying that. And we've got a bunch of statements from Democratic leaders kind of saying the same thing. We heard from President Biden. We've heard from Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Barack Obama, Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Everybody has put out statements saying something similar, which is the right move. As I mentioned, it is the right thing to say. And I'm thankful to kind of see that unity. This is a bigger thing than politics. This is not left versus right. This is something about regarding the country. It's not necessarily political. And I also wanted to read you President Biden's statement that he put out earlier today, in addition to what he said to the media. He said, quote, I've been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family and for all of those who were at the rally as we await further information. Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it. So yeah, that was a statement. Again, I think it's really well written and really well said by President Biden today. And I think that taking a different position, I've seen, Republicans say that this was done by the Democrats. I've seen Democrats cheering this on. I think both of those are really insane positions to take. I think, as I mentioned, we should be following President Biden's lead in condemning the violence and wishing everybody well. I think that's the right thing to do. I'm glad to see the majority of people doing it. I wouldn't even call the people on the left kind of making up conspiracy theories about it Democrats. I think they're just insane people. And that's what I would label them as. I don't think that there's any other way to call them or any other way to describe them, I should say. So, I just hope everybody's doing well. I hope, given the news, you're settled and you're safe and you're having a good evening. Don't let it distract you too much. Focus on the bigger things. Focus on your personal life, your well-being, your mental health, your physical health, all that good stuff. And I hope you're doing okay. And I'm glad that for the most part, everybody at that rally today is okay. And I hope they're not too shaken up. So, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really thought it was a good statement by President Biden, so I thought you should see it. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Also, drop a like in the video and comment. Let me know what you think about President Biden's statement. And yeah, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.